Hey everyone. So, someone mentioned to me that it might be nice to get a video explaining these Japan exclusive promos, why we don't get them in the US, sort of what that means, and how that happens. So, right now, this is some of what I have. This is the summer, I believe, yeah, this is the summer Fujichoko playmat that you get from turning in tickets like this. Right now, I think it's all these summer ones, but it might be spring. I have to double check. Um, but anyways, yeah, so they're uh, these, which are Commander Protectors, usually have these inside them with different artwork by the artists. This is Fujichoko and the Wandering Emperor, and these are seasonal promos for the campaign. And then these are from Final Fantasy. These are another promo for Buy a Box in Japan that was it was a little while ago. I think it was last year when Final Fantasy came out. So in Japan, it's the world's largest market for TCGs, and Magic is the low man on the totem pole. They're competing with Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Duel Masters, so they need to incentivize their customers to go to the stores and to buy Magic cards. So that's one of the reasons for promos like these is Wizards of the Coast wants to get, you know, what is it? Feet in the door, feet in the stores, hands in the stores. Um, so that's one of the big reasons. Um, there's also Japan loves the gacha system, so they like the game of chance. Um, in the US, we emphasize mostly buying singles, but in Japan, it's all about the chase. It's all about the thrill of maybe finding something, of maybe getting that one of 2,000. The same, now we're starting to see serialized cards on the regular, and how that's driving sales in the US. And of course, causing controversy because, prices are going up. Um, so there is also a long history of collaboration with artists. There's artists like uh, Yoshitaka Amano, Junji Ito, Fujichoko. Those are all artists who have been making cards for Magic. I know when Magic first came to Japan, there were exclusive Japanese artists that made cards for the Japanese market because they wanted the cards to be more aesthetically pleasing for Japanese eyes. And that's sort of continued in the current market. Um, there's also, Japan embracing seasonal differences. So when I lived in Japan, when you go to the supermarket, it's always changing. So here in the US, you go to the supermarket, food's all the same. Sure, there's things like decorations for Christmas or Thanksgiving or Fourth of July, things like that. But the foods don't change. Most of everything stays the same. In Japan, there's huge varieties. There's seasonal foods, there's regional foods, and every season there are big festivals, there are big events, and so some of that is why you get things like these. Um, and that also drives, campaigns. So, hey, buy something, like these are part of the current Strixhaven campaign. They're not technically Strixhaven set. It's just seasonally, this is kind of what's going on. Um, and it sucks for us outside of the US, outside of Japan, because if you don't speak Japanese, it's really, really hard to shop at websites like Hareruya and Maji. And now with the getting rid of the de minimis, uh, when you buy a single item like this, it can get, say this right here, this is a pack of 3. It might cost me, say 150 for this, but I'm charged a $200 import fee when I buy this. And so it really drives the secondhand pricing, and makes it a lot harder for people outside of Japan to collect these. My best suggestion is, if you want to find items like these, either make friends with someone in Japan who can ship them to you as personal items, or go to Japan. Especially if you're there in the spring, you can enjoy the cherry blossoms and the spring festivals. You can go in the fall and see the amazing like fireworks shows. They have them in the summer too, but in the fall there's a lot of the huge ones that last for hours and hours and hours. And this is a really good chance to experience the culture. And you can go to the stores and you can find these, or you can go onto Yahoo Auctions Japan and find things that you can only buy in Japan. So I know that's not the best explanation. I know I rambled a little bit, but it's sort of the thing that we're stuck with, being in the US. I know that Magic is bringing back buy a box promos. They have not been really consistent. I know that when I go to the local game store here, they never really have any of those. If I want to go to the store that does have them, it's like a half an hour drive. And, the waiting lines for the products are kind of ridiculous. But at least they do have more of the promos than my local game store. But still, we're not going to find stuff like this. It's a lot of box toppers, which aren't really limited. But there are sometimes pre-release specials, and in the US we do a lot of, learn to play Magic, get some promos. Join a store tournament, get some promos. And a lot of them are just alternate art stuff, or, not really anything super special. Whereas in Japan, like, you get one of these when you buy a box, and it may just have one of these in there. Or it may have a ticket where you get one of these. Or it may have a card in it that's worth thousands of dollars. It's that sort of, that's gacha culture, where you put your money in the machine and you turn the handle, and maybe you get the thing you want from the vending machine, maybe not. So I hope that explains a little bit. You can see, this is, if you go to Magic Japan, you can see what's going on. So the Wandering Emperor seasonal promo has finished. There is a new one going on, which are the Planeswalker series. So there's the two. You can see those right there. And then there's two more. And you can read the information about how to participate in these. There's the Wandering Savior. And the Twisting Doll. And these are Japan exclusives. Victorious Magician. And Strategic Betrayal. So these sort of things happen all the time. And it's because, you know, Japan has to compete with all the other games. They still also get a lot of the same promotional stuff that we have. They most recently had a special Loki card if you went to Tokyo Disney. And yeah, they're always doing these sort of events.